you guys hit me with the questions. I'll see if I can answer as honestly forthright as possible.
Coach, your corners had a good day Saturday. You've had a chance to look at the tape. What did you like and what did you not like?
Well, I mean, from the outside view, from the big picture view, it seemed like we had a good day, because of the turnovers that we had. But when you look at the tape, overall, we still got a lot of work to do. I mean, the guys they're figuring it out. You know what I'm saying? And they're feeling more comfortable in what we're doing, and that's the big thing. I love their enthusiasm. I love the fact that they bought in, and they're trying to make it their defense, and that's what you're looking for each and every place that you go to, and each and every year that you get a new crew. These guys, I mean, they're working, and that's what I got back there. I got guys that work. Nobody feels like they're bigger than one person. And even from my oldest guy to my youngest guy, I don't think that there's anybody that feels like they're above anybody else in that room. And, that's what you're looking for from a coach. I mean, it is good working with these guys so far.
What's the next step you want them to take in this spring game this Saturday?
This Saturday coming up in the spring game, the most important thing is you want the guys to continue to build. I talked about a little bit of music terminology as far as crescendo, and that's what you want them to do. You want them to build, into a fantastic finish, hopefully at the end of the season. But that's what we want to build. And right now, we're starting off small, and hopefully we start to build throughout the whole, this spring and through continuing through the summer and into fall camp. So that's what you want right now. We got the guys working though. They've absorbed everything, and we want to continue to, just build on what we've done so far. That's what you're looking for. And to come out of this spring game, knock on wood, healthy. That's another thing that we're also looking for. The guys are playing hard. We got a couple of bumps and bruises back there, but we're pushing forward still.
So do you plan on settling down a little bit more in practice beforehand to the spring game, or you keep it going?
No, we're going to do what we're going to do. At the end of the day, we're not going to, whatever coach puts on our plate, that's what we're going to take, and we're going to run with it. But, I'm not changing anything up for, any bumps and bruises that we're doing and taking it easy and putting the guys in, shells or shorts because, what I have here, we're going to do what we're going to do. And at the end of the day, you hope things fall, you let the chips fall where they may. But like I said, everybody's absorbed everything we wanted to do so far.
What was something you had to really focus on with the group as a whole, as young as they are, to really buy in and to grasp your concepts?
I don't know if there was one thing I had to focus on. I think it was the guys came in there with an open mind from the get-go. So, just coming in and telling them what I'd done in the past and, how I saw it and how I, seen some success from it. And the guys seem, they bought in because, I can tell them all I want to, but until you show them and until they actually do it and see the results, that's when it really starts to blossom for them. Then their eyes will come wide open, and when they actually start to do the techniques that you've been preaching, and now they see the success that comes from.
Just flip gears a little bit. Special teams.
Yeah.
You've signed 2 special teams specialists on signing day.
Yeah.
What can we expect to see on spring practice or on the spring game from the special teams?
You know what? We're going to try to do some, in-game special teams as far as, with the punt team, the field goal team. Last game we did the field goal team, and this week we're going to incorporate the punt. But the guys, like I said, they're working. The punters are working. And what's funny is Rustin, is it? I don't know if there's any calm days of wind. I think there's always a wind blowing from somewhere in this town. So the guys have got to work putting against the wind. They've got to work with the wind. So, that's what we're going to continue to do. We're going to continue to work with the wind, against the wind, and at least, they know what to expect come game time, and there's no surprises. Like, I've never kicked against this stuff before. Well, kicked against it all spring, kicked against it all fall. So come game time on a Saturday, they've been able to handle it. And we got a couple of games they're going to be playing away, and I know on the coast, North Carolina State, it ain't going to be calm winds. I got a feeling it's going to be blowing down there a little bit. So I think we'll be ready because, as you can tell today, I know where they make flags.
I know you haven't had a whole lot of time to delve into it, but it seems like your punt and kick return game might have some of the most explosive players probably in the league, really, with DJ Banks and potentially Paul Turner or J. Dirk DeCluet. Just have you had a chance to really evaluate what you have back there?
I've evaluated it. I think it's you that actually you put more pressure on it because it's 7 years in a row that we've had a return here for a touchdown on return units, and it's exciting. I mean, I know what I got back there. The guys are getting up under the ball and catching it well, and to be able to catch it in these conditions, like I said, guys, there's no calm days. I mean, there's always some type of wind blowing around. So there's either wind, there's been rain this week, this spring. So the guys have had to catch the ball in the conditions that we're going to see in the fall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the spring and the fall here are similar conditions as far as wind, as far as rain, as far as, which way it's going to be coming, right, left, from the front, from the back. So, I mean, we've worked in all the conditions, and the returners have worked in the same conditions. So they've been able to catch the ball, whether it be, rain, wind, blinding sun, and that's what they've had to do. So the guys have caught the ball well. We really haven't done anything live where they had to come down and take shots and whatnot, but we have covered a little bit, and they've had to, understand, hey, this is how it's going to be coming, this is how we're going to block it, and we worked a lot of group fundamentals on what we're going to do come, season time, fall camp time, when we implement just the schemes. Minus the schemes, we're doing everything we're going to do in the fall.
What does it mean for a program to go 7 straight years with a return for a score?
That's huge. It becomes an identity, it becomes a culture. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, that's what it becomes. So coming here, knowing that, hey, they had a 2-time Ray Guy Award winner, they returned touchdowns for 7 straight years. It becomes part of the culture of the team. And that's their identity. They know that they can make big plays on that unit at any given point in time. Most places you have to build that culture within special teams, because special teams is seen as, probably that, embarrassing family member that you want to keep in the back of the house that you really don't want to bring out, when good company's around, But here, we view special teams as part of the family. Offense, defense, special teams, that's how we talk. When you got the head football coach running your special teams drill, then you know that it's a part of your culture, it's a part of your identity, and that's what you can appreciate.